Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's do the unboxing and have a first look at this OPPO Reno 6. And as you can see, it says 5G over here, and I have to say yes, it does justify that 5G thing, because as you look at it, this last line, and as you can see, if I just count, almost 12 or 13 bands of 5G. So nice to see they are not playing gimmicks in terms of 5G. And this smartphone was launched and it's available via Flipkart. Here is a screenshot, and as you can see, it's about 30,000, but you're getting 10% discount. That's 3,000 rupees discount if you use various credit cards. So effectively works out to about 27,000. So let's open this up now and have a look at this smartphone. And guys, this smartphone will be the first smartphone in India that is powered by the Dimensity 900 SoC. So let's break this seal and have a look. Let me just slide this out, and I would say this is cousin brother to the Reno 6 Pro that was also launched recently. I'll be posting its video very soon, guys. So box within a box. So let's open this up, and here, if you look at it, looks like some case or something. Yes, we have a SIM ejector tool, some paperwork, and we also get this case. This is a transparent case that we are getting. I'll just keep that to the side. And here is the phone itself, and it highlights a few things. It says bokeh flare portrait video, and yes, again, it's an OPPO phone, so it's a camera centric smartphone. It actually has a lot of video modes, and even for photography. We'll look at it later. And it says that AI highlight video, as I've told you again, that, and says ultra slim design, and has that 65-watt charger that is known as Super VOOC. I believe OPPO claims you can charge the smartphone 100% in just 28 minutes with the supplied charger, and 90 Hz refresh rate, it says. So let's open this up. And as you can see, the back looks very interesting, and it plays around with the light. As you can see, even in the studio, it's playing around with the light, so it gives a very nice feel. And this back is glass, guys, not plastic or anything. Feels very nice, and it's actually resisting the fingerprints. And I did a little bit of googling about this one. What is this? OPPO likes to call this special thing, known as Reno Glow 2. And in fact, they say they have 20 patents about this. That's why even though it's a glass, it plays around with the lights, then also you don't get any fingerprints. So indeed, it actually looks pretty cool, have to say. In person, I don't know how it looks in the camera, but in person it actually looks cool. Back we have the triple camera setup. 64 megapixel is the main, 8 megapixel is the ultra wide, and that obligatory 2 megapixel then we have. Front facing, I believe, is the 32 megapixel, and this is slightly more boxier design, so a different kind of a design, I would say, from OPPO. And let's see what else do we get in the box. Should be the so we get a headset in the box, and it's a Type-C headset that we are getting, the USB cable, and this is that big charger. That's the 65-watt Super VOOC 2 charger that we are getting. So I'll just keep these things to the side, and let's have a look at the handset. I've given you an overview. Here we also have a secondary noise cancellation microphone. And here we have the power on off button, have a green accent. In fact, I would say this color, it actually looks very nice. And bottom of the speaker, your Type-C port, and this will be your SIM. Yes, it's a dual nano SIM that we are having on this one. And if we go over here, we just have the volume rocker. So that's regarding the physical aspect. This one is a little bit more boxier design, but actually looks nice, I would say. So let me do one thing. Let me just power this on, then we'll have a look at the device. So guys, now let's have a look at this smartphone, and I have actually played around with this for a couple of hours. In fact, I've taken a lot of camera samples with this one. Certainly a camera centric smartphone, and it also has some various video modes. I'll show you that, but first let's look at the smartphone. And first, let's talk about the build. Again, as I've told you, the build looks good, and I have to say this looks pretty cool, and I'm still really happy that it simply does not get any fingerprints. So nice, they have done a good job. Though it's glass, but no fingerprints, so that's nice. And this has this always on because it's an AMOLED screen that we're having, and we have that in display fingerprint scanner, which is again fast, as you can see. Does the job. And this one is actually having a 6.5-inch screen. And guys, I'll leave this quick specs over here for your reference. And this one is having the MediaTek Dimensity 900 SoC, which is the first time that is being used on a smartphone in India. So I was also very curious about the performance, and it's a good AMOLED screen, guys. If you look at it, it supports 90 hertz, not 120, but again in UI it's very fluid. So the processor was doing a good job, no lag that I noticed on this smartphone. But I was curious, how's the performance of this processor, because it's a new processor. So I ran Antutu benchmark, and let me actually show you the scores. I ran Antutu on this one, let it load, and as you can see, we got a very healthy score of 4,26,000 on this smartphone, which is actually really good. But the thing that really surprised me is, like, look at this one, guys. After running the benchmark, the increase in temperature was just 1.9 degrees Celsius. We have seen on other smartphones ranging anywhere about 3.5 to about even 4.5 degrees Celsius. So that means the processor is very efficient, and it does not heat up even when you stress. So I am assuming that the battery life that we should get on this smartphone should be also very good. So I'm happy to see that this processor is pretty efficient. Again, this is a typical UI that you're getting, this color OS. This tries to actually mimic stock Android. So left you get the Google Pane and all those things, and you also have app tray, but there is quite a bit of bloatware that was pre-installed. As you can see, I didn't remove it, but as you can see, you can, if I do this, you can uninstall most of the bloatware daily, and we just removed it. So again, there is some bloatware, but as you can see, you can uninstall the most of the bloatware that you are getting on this smartphone. Again, also remove this. As you can see, you can remove that, so that's actually nice. And if you go over here under the hood, quick toggles, and this does have NFC, so that's actually nice. And if you go under the hood, and if you go to about the phone, this gives you a configuration. As you can see, it comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage, and it also supports virtual RAM. If you click on this, as you can see, by default it's allocating 3 gigabytes of RAM, so the OS sees it as 11 gigabytes. You can increase up to 5 gigabytes, I would say. So this RAM expansion option is there, and you can shut it off if you really don't want, but it'll reboot the device. So we have that. And in the past couple of hours, as you can see, I'm using this phone, was also running the benchmark and stuff. It behaved well, so looks like it'll handle it very well. Also, in terms of in-hand feel, I would say it's neither too heavy nor light, so it feels comfortable to hold. Your finger, your power button is very natural over here. But now again, guys, and we know it's a OPPO smartphone, so camera is a big important part of this smartphone. And again, as you can see, that's the same case with this one. And let me first show you the camera interface, then I'll actually show you the sample shots. But before that, guys, regarding one thing that I noticed on this phone, everything is good, but for some reason, guys, the speaker is a mono speaker. And let's just play this one. It's actually really loud, but not a stereo one. As you can see, the speaker is here. Clarity is there. As you can see, it can get pretty loud. So that's regarding the speaker. So let's just go back over here, and now let's also look at the camera. The main is that 64 megapixel. Let me quickly show you the interface. And here we have 1x wide angle, and it can go 2x, 5x, and even 10x. In fact, I'll show you some of the samples that I took. We have the portrait mode and other modes over here. We have all the modes. So in terms of software, you have all the modes. Even dual video is also there on this one. Reno series, what we have seen earlier, all those modes are there. And even in video, actually, we have a lot of functions. For example, this is a regular video, but we also have a bokeh mode, and this gives you background blur, which you can adjust. I'll show you that. Apart from that, we also have, if you click here, we have various modes over here, styles that you can play around in the video. So let me do one thing. I've actually taken a lot of sample shots. This is the front facing camera. I'll also show you video and static shots. So let me actually show you the samples I've taken with this one. So these are some outdoor samples. This is 2x zoom, and this is actually 5x zoom, and even have 10x zoom. So this is how it looks. This is a regular 1x. This was actually 5x zoom, and this was actually 10x zoom. I would say go up to 5x, it's okay. Some more sample shots taken outdoors, and this was with the ultra wide angle. Now took some snaps in my office in artificial lighting. Not that great lighting, as you can see, pretty low lighting. And here I enabled the night mode. So this was with the night mode, and now just I enabled one tube light, and it looked like this. And some more human sample shots. This was a regular shot. This was that portrait bokeh mode. Another sample, this is the regular shot, and this was in that portrait bokeh mode. One more sample, regular shot, and this is the AI mode. It enhances the colors a little bit, and this is the portrait bokeh mode. To give you an idea about the AI mode, this was regular shot and this was in the AI mode. And as you can see side by side, in the AI mode, you get deeper colors and it brings out the shadows. The front facing camera also does a good job. This was regular, this was the portrait mode. Again, this is the regular shot and this was in the portrait bokeh mode. So shooting with the rear facing camera, guys, and this is in the normal mode without any effects. So what I'll do is I'll try to incorporate some effects and see what it does and how it handles it. So shooting this video, and we're using the bokeh mode in video. As you can see, the background is actually blurred, and you can adjust the intensity of that one. I've kept it to about 35%. By default it was very high, but you can get this cool effect even in the video. As you can see, guys, shooting this video with the front facing camera, and this is in the regular mode. So this is what you'll expect. Audio is also being captured via that, but it also has quite a bit of modes with even the camera. For example, we can add bokeh and other stuff. So let's try that and see. So guys, at the same place, and if you notice, the background now is sort of blurred. Actually, it has a bokeh mode, and I've set it to about 35%. So again, you get that nice cinematic experience. I frankly didn't expect that this will work this good. But what do you feel about the same? Do let me know. So guys, this was the OPPO Reno 6 smartphone. What do you guys feel about this one? Do let me know in the comment section below. Certainly, I would say it's a pretty decent smartphone if you have this sort of a budget, and certainly looks very stylish. I would say the build quality is good, and definitely in terms of camera also, the camera performance was also pretty good on this smartphone. It's sold in India via Flipkart, and as I've told you guys, if you use those credit card offers, you get 10% off. That is almost 3,000 rupees off, so you can get it for about 27,000. So what I'll do is I'll leave the link of Flipkart in the description below so that you can check it out. But what do you guys think about this OPPO Reno 6 5G? And yes, that 5G name justifies this phone because of the various 5G bands that it has. But anyways, what do you feel about this one? Do let me know in the comment section below. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.